Hello everyone, my name is Angry Snake and in this video we will talk about the reworked Malzahar, the absolute monster of the void, played in the jungle. Why jungle? Because Malzahar reworked W is absolutely insane. The voidlings tank everything for him so he can stay healthy and farm camps with ease. His ganks are strong and reliable thanks to his ultimate and silence. This is everything you ever wanted as a jungler. Fast clears, strong ganks, and he's extremely good duelist. This is the perfect recipe for gaining Elo. Free Elo baby, let's get started. First, let's talk about why Malzahar actually works in the jungle. And it works because recently he has almost 55% win rate, which is huge. He works mainly because of his W, Void Swarm, which makes Malzahar spawn a voidling to fight for him, attacking monsters and enemy champions. The first time a voidling attacks, Malzahar spawns another voidling to fight for him for the exact remaining duration as the first voidling spawn. Basically, he spawns a shitload of voidlings, and after the 3 voidlings are spawned, they all gain 50% attack speed. Wait, this is getting better and better. The voidlings actually seek targets that are affected by Malzahar's malefic visions or ultimate, and they gain 100% movement speed while seeking those targets. And let's be honest, who doesn't want a jungler that actually gives malefic visions to enemies? I know, right? And they can't even run thanks to Malzahar's ultimate, which suppresses enemy champions for a whole 2.5 seconds while damaging them with percentage health as magic damage. Now, let's talk about Malzahar reworked passive, called Void Shift, which makes Malzahar immune to crowd control and gains 90% damage reduction, with a 23-second cooldown. This is crucial when you gank. To be immune to crowd control can be the difference between a successful gank and a failed one. But check this out, this is Malzahar's passive at level 18. The cooldown is lowered to 6 seconds. If you are not attacked in the last 6 seconds, the shield refreshes. That's like a Morgana shield that absorbs 90% of any damage and makes you immune to crowd control. I don't know what you feel about this, but for me, it sounds pretty damn good. Now, let's talk about runes and masteries. This starts to be quite interesting. I saw some popular rune pages for Malzahar. This is one example, with physical damage marks and quints, health per level seals, and cooldown per level glyphs. It didn't work for me at all, as Malzahar dealt mainly magic damage, except a portion of his W, and I felt like I had no damage when I went for level 3 ganks, or when enemy jungler tried to invade me. Maybe this works if you want to go for an early dragon, but there are a lot of AD assassins in the jungle, like Rengar and Kha'Zix, and a lot of ADCs, like Kindred and Graves, and having no armor in runes, it seems to be a bad idea. Now, this is the rune page that had the most success for me. Magic pen marks, armor seals, a mix of cooldown reduction and ability power quints, and cooldown reduction glyphs. If there is a heavy AP enemy team, I usually take some magic resist glyphs instead of cooldown reduction. Let's get to masteries. After playing a lot of Malzahar jungle, I've noticed that the standard jungle masteries for Malzahar is actually bad. Wait, do not bring the salt. Let me explain why first. The actual standard jungle mastery page appeared when it was spammed in the LCS. Before LCS, nobody thought that Strength of the Ages keystone is actually that good. But then, let me tell you something. Mainly in the LCS, they played AD carries in the jungle, like Kindred and Graves, which benefit a lot from this mastery page. They don't have huge mana costs because they auto attack a lot, and they benefit a lot from the lifesteal of vampirism. This is the mastery page that made me feel comfortable with Malzahar in the jungle. Yes, that's right, 0, 12, 18. The result tree is identical with the standard one, but instead of 12 points in ferocity, we have 12 points in cunning tree. This is mainly because of this mastery, meditation. We all know that people who meditate live longer and have a healthier spirit. Leaving the jokes aside, I felt like Malzahar really struggles with mana, even with the Runic Echoes jungle item. Not one time I went for a gank and I didn't have mana for a last skill that could secure the kill. And with the mana potions removed from the game, there are two ways to sustain mana. Items or masteries, because runes are not an efficient way. But Malzahar is a farming jungler that usually likes to farm till level 6, then gank. So having this mastery will help you clear camps faster, hit that sweet level 6 and then go for a gank. And maybe you will have the chance to hear that beautiful sound that is music to our ears.
First blood.
Having these runes and masteries made me hit level 6 in 7 minutes and 40 seconds. That included one return at level 4 and some shoppings. You should definitely try this out. Now, let's talk about skill order. The best is starting and maxing out W, followed by E and then Q. In this way, you will increase your Voidling's damage and clear camps faster. As for summoner skills, I really recommend having a flash because Malzahar is an immobile mage and escapes are always nice to have. And of course, smite for securing objectives and farm faster. Let's move to item section. On your first back, you should always buy the tracker's knife or skirmisher's saber. This depends if you want more vision, track enemy jungler, or you want a stronger 1 vs 1 potential. Always try to get tier 1 boots on your first back also. It really helps because Malzahar has no escapes and you can go back to lane faster. As the second item, I saw that Ralai's Crystal Scepter is actually the perfect item for Malzahar. It gives you a 40% slow that makes the Voidlings easier to catch your enemies, which result in more Voidlings spawned and more damage dealt. Also, this item is very important to kite enemies, making melee enemy champions a living hell to catch you. Also, that 100 ability power makes you inflict more damage and that 400 extra health is always good to have. For the third item, go for Liandry's Torment if they are tanky. These synergize very well with Ralai's Crystal Scepter. If you are really ahead, go for Abaddons and make them cry. As for a fourth or fifth item, you can get Zonias if you need the armor and the active, go for QSS if you are facing a hard CC enemy team, or go for Guardian Angel to give enemy champions malefic visions even after they think you are dead. For skill combo, if you want a quick finisher on a squishy target, you should go E, then W, then ulti right after. When the ultimate ends, use silence to make malefic visions last for an additional 4 seconds. If it's late game or somebody helps, the target should be dead. If you want a sustained damage, go for E first, then W. When E is about to run out, use Q to extend E's duration, and when you have like 4 or 5 Voidlings, use ultimate. In teamfights, as Malzahar, you really want to take out high priority target or fed enemy, and try to use silence on multiple enemies. Watch out for QSS though, you don't want your ult to be a waste late game, because it can really win a teamfight. This is my way of playing Malzahar. If you guys like it, please let me know leaving a like, and if you try out this build and it works for you, definitely tell me in the comments below. Also, tell me your opinions on which champion you think is strong this patch. My name is Angry Snake and I hope this video really helped you climb that ladder. And if you do, and you will, share this video with friends to help them climb too. Never be selfish, guys. My next video will be about the evil king of burst, Veigar. I'll see you there.